YouTube, welcome back to the channel. On the River Ash Hop today, doing 4 days camping in the wild. I'm going to be doing some fishing, going to be doing a bit of cray fishing, see if we can catch some food because I don't have any. But first thing, I got to set up my camp, and it's exactly the same as last time, hammock and tarp. If you haven't seen it, check out my last video in Pwelly, exact same setup. Let's get to that. I had a sick morning. I was so excited when I first got here. Everything looked so perfect. But then I crashed. You want to know why? Because I just bought a brand new machete, Gerber Gator. It's got a saw on the back. It's a beautiful Valerian steel blade. And I left it at home. Furthermore, I've come down here with no food. And I need to rely on catching trout, and I've left my bait in the fridge. My mum's fridge is going to go sick. But I did remember one of my new toys, and that's the new live straw. I've already wrapped it in my paracord. I know I said this last time, but if I fall now, it'll be really bad because I'll fall in the stream. I'm gonna put my phone down on that inshore. It's full of sand from Pwelly. It's full of Welsh sand. Oh mate, I'm just going to show you what I'm dealing with before I do this. I'm going to show you what I'm dealing with. If I fall out of there, I fall into there. I was about to throw the tarp over, but I just got to make sure you can see this. Look at that, guys. You know that's a nice setup. Nowhere else will you see setups like this. In fact, nah, every YouTuber's doing it, never mind. So just up this way when I was coming in, I found this pile of rubbish, and it was so cool. Didn't even need my jacket, I've got an umbrella. Oh look, nutrient, marijuana. We're not here for weed though, we're here for camp gear. Look at the barbecue, look at my chair. Oh my god, I could only dream of finding a grill like this. Oh my god, I didn't even have to bring any camping gear. Holy shit, there's tarps for days, tents, jackets. If I was in a survival situation, I'd be living like a king. King of the dumps, mate. King of the dumps, mate. Like, it was just full of little goodies. I got myself a new grill and everything. I'll show you that later. But what I did find is a discarded tent. So I took these poles out, and I'm going to see if I can incorporate them into my shelter to kind of hold it open. Let's see what I can do. Got my tarp up now. Now I know it doesn't look great. I know it doesn't look great. In fact, it's probably one of the worst, most ugliest ones I've done. But I wanted to do it fast because I can't wait to go fishing. And the bottom line is, I'm going to stay dry and I'm going to be comfy in my hammock there. So, you know, here we go. Here's a grand tour of the inside. I am going to definitely do more work on it. Not just yet though. And here it is from that side. There's my fishing rod. Gonna mount this GoPro onto my head. And gonna do some fishing. Stay tuned. Good news, just down by the creek doing a bit of fishing, and I've run into all these little plants here. They're all dotted throughout the land, and the name of this plant is Daisy because it's so soft. It's perfect for wiping your bum with, so we can have a nice toilet later. On the way back to the camp, because I lost my fishing hook, thought it was a good time for one of Loy's hot tips and tricks. When you are doing things like that, when you need to go back to camp where you're going to have a fire, collect wood on the way. Found this tree, it's got lots of low hanging branches, Perfect, all dead, all dry. We've had a lot of rainfall, but they're perfect for fire. Let's go. Always be scouting, always be checking the trees, checking what plants are around you. That there is a prime bit of wood, if I can reach it. It looks like someone might have already tried to take this off and failed before. There are a few little different fireplaces around here. Look, I think there's one here. There you go, you can see. Oh, wait. Yeah, there you go, there's an old fire. And they're just scattered around, so people have been here already. You can see that's been ripped off. I'm just gonna have my little fire here tonight, I think. Leave them up here so they stay dry. Always try and prop your firewood up, keep it off the ground. Do yourself a big favour. There you go. So here's my setup. Got the rod I always use. It's really long, but that's actually good. You'd think in a small stream like this, you'd want a really short rod in order to handle it better. But actually the long rod gives you the advantage because you can just go over to where you want to fish and you can just flick your line and put it exactly where you want from afar without getting too close. If there are any fish in there, you don't spook them too much. And what I'm doing is I'm just working my way down this stream here, and anywhere that's a little bit deeper or where the water's running the main, I just dip my line in and I'm just letting it go, staying really shallow. You never know, there could be a big brown trout sat behind any of these rocks. Don't let the size fool you. Could even be salmon. Actually, I don't know if there's salmon or not, but could be. I don't see why not. So that's what you call a run, where the water runs. What you can do, you just flick your line into it. Just move with the current. There you go, you see that run. Running with it. The yellow line really helps as well because you can see what your line's doing really easily. Especially for any of my viewers who are partially sighted or blind. And then at the end of that, I've just got a bit of nylon line. On the end of that, I've got a size 16 hook with a couple of little maggots. Just gonna flick my line out. Get it in there. And I'm gonna see if I can just walk it. I don't know how well you guys can see the line, but I can see it and it's just being carried by the stream. I'm just gonna let my maggots float merrily, merrily, merrily. Oh, sometimes it snags, you just pick it up, put it back out there, let the stream do the rest. I swear to God, this is a long shot, but if I get a trout. Ben didn't even bother bringing his fishing rod when he saw this stream. He said there was no point, so I'm fishing alone. So it'd be really great to catch a nice big fish. Show Ben how these little streams can carry whoppers. So come on, little stream. Give me a whopping brown trout for dinner. Didn't get any fish today, even though I did find some really nice pools. There was 2 pools that I let my maggots run through that just looked prime. They looked like they should have had trout in them, but it wasn't my day. Had a great time anyway, and I'm going to pick up where I left off tomorrow at some point. So what I'm going to do next is get a fire going, get some wood, because I left my machete, which I've been sulking about my machete a little bit, but then I realised that that's what survival's all about, innit? You got to make do. So I found a way of getting everything done. I used my lighter for cooking stuff, and then my mate over there, I've not showed you their little camp set up yet, but I'll show you that tomorrow. He lent me a little Stanley knife, so I'm going to see if I can at least, you know, if I'm trying to snap some wood off that's not completely brittle, I can at least use this to kind of scratch it off there and get us some firewood. So yeah, let's see what we can find. You guys must be wondering how I used maggots on my hook if I left my fishing bait at home. But luckily, I always like to carry, even though it's not going to come in use here, I always like to carry a little bit of ground bait just in case. And I threw the maggots that I couldn't fit in my bait box into this pasta and oat mix that I made. That will just add some water to that. Some sardine juice would be great. Sweet corn water would be good as well. And just paste it up into a bowl. You got yourself a nice ground bait. I thought, you know, worst comes to worst, I can put that in the cray traps as well. You can even make a paste so good with these oats that you can use it on the hook if they're feeding on bread. So I've been just picking out the little maggots that I can find in here and using them for bait, and that has absolutely saved me. Do you want to go get some, you know, about 5 minutes just across that bridge, there's a load of tyres. If we all went and grabbed a tyre, then we'd all have a seat. I'm back at the big pile of rubbish because, you know, I just can't resist scavenging through shit. But you know what they say, one man's rubbish is another man's treasure. And that is what I'm talking about right there. Look, we've got another chair, lads. Hey, bingo. There's a disposable barbecue. What?
That one's burnt out as well, actually.
It is burnt out, and on that note, it's missing its missing a piece there, so.
Yeah, it's a bit fucked, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucked that. But look at this. This is I think this is a foldable barbecue. I think you can slot this apart, flat. You know what I mean? Look, you take.
It will stop spreading. We need to bring that back.
Yeah. Do you know what? Should we take that back for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll do the fire in that. We could even move it in there tonight if we really wanted to, but don't know if I can be arsed with that. Right, there's one tyre there.
Oh, that's annoying.
Two.
What a scruffy bastard fishing on.
Hey?
Whoever's dumped all this here.
In it.
No.
But hey, one man's rubbish is another man's treasure, innit? Yeah. That's a prime chair, that, but it's fucking heavy because it's got the spoke in it. But there you got a full seat, bit wet though.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have one of them. Oh, then one more, watch yourself, it might splash. There you go, there's 3 tyres, so we'll just take them back. But before we go...
on them tyres.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, the new them, innit?
Yeah, new tyres.
What the fuck? Chill 1 minute, Sam, because... Oh, you're not Sam, what's your name again?
Lee.
Lee, my bad. I'm actually bad with names, you'll fucking probably learn. Right, let's just have a quick look and see if there's anything. There's a carpet. There's a nice bit of carpet there. And then here are the grow bags. Oh no, that's rubbish. Oh yes, there's another chair. Oh, that's fucked too though. That might be fixable though, that one. Have a look at this, lads.
Yes.
What do you rate? Do you rate we can fix that? I rate I can fix that. Good morning, YouTube. Oh my god, I had a glorious sleep last night in the hammock. I feel like I've been asleep for 1,000 years. Forget how well I sleep in the hammock. Every time I bring the hammock out, I underestimate how well I sleep. And I need to set the hammock up back home. Just sleep out in the garden full time. Gonna go and join the lads, show you a few things that I've been working on last night. I'm gonna cook up a coffee in the new Zebra pot. I'll show you the lads' camp as well. Yes, morning lads. Putting up a veranda. Innit? Not even started smoking.
Fire up a little bit as well.
Nice. That's what you want. So this is a new zebra pot. I got it on eBay. Cost about 18 quid. Couple of quid shipping. And I just really wanted a hanging pot. Last night we went up to the stream and we got some water. And I decided to make it into a spruce tea because there's spruce all over here. But I realised out of 4 types of spruce, 1 type of spruce is poisonous, and I don't know what types it is, which means I've got a 1 in 4 chance that I was poisoning myself by drinking the tea. So it was a mission wasted last night. Just got to throw that away. Better safe than sorry. So this is a chair that I found in the rubbish yesterday, and it's been through a fire. Yeah. So it's got no fabric on it. But I found a bit of plastic line and I started to weave it like this. And I'm just going to carry it on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of wood like a needle. I'm going to take a nice length of my paracord and just wrap it all around. Here we are, we've got our needle. I made this little mix at home. It's 2 brown sugar to 1 cocoa to 1 instant coffee. Always good to have with you on the run. On the road, I'm not on the run. Not this time at least. Oh, by the way, this whole entire tarp that's above our heads right now, I found that in the rubbish too. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Oh, I'm telling you lads, it's so good to be out here. The silence, beautiful woodland, and a beautiful day. Just look at that. Let me turn this the right way. Apparently this is an old Roman road. It doesn't look like an old Roman road. But then again, I have seen the roads in Italy, so I wouldn't be surprised. Just to give you reference of where we are exactly, we're just north of Kinderscout in Derbyshire, Peak District. And that stream that I was fishing is called the River Ashop. Maybe Ashop. It's like the whole felly thing again. I don't know how you say that yet. I'll learn when I get home and this is already published. But yeah, if you know, it's beautiful guys. I just, I hope these videos inspire everyone to get outdoors and start exploring in your local area, because let me tell you, this is what life's about. I've been around the world and I can confidently say that it doesn't get much better than this. Beautiful days, you get to challenge yourself. I won't even go on about it, you already know. Absolutely gorgeous round here. Better yet, we just found this little shack. It's not as good as mine is, but it's a welcome little break.
What the fuck?
There's no fires on the door. A few little stools. Could have sat there all day, but I had to leave the cabin behind. Heading down and up this hill now. Realised the plateau that we were looking at a minute ago, that before we got to the cabin, that was Kinderscout. And that looks like fish sperm. You know, salmon and trout, they come up these little brooks here and they lay the eggs, and then the fish, they all spaff all over the eggs and it ends up floating and conjugating like that. So that is a salmon spaff right there. I think, if I'm wrong, someone put it in the comments and let me know. Whew. Made it to the top. I only got that far though. There's the cabin. I'm just looking at this little thing. I think when it rains that's probably just a big puddle, but not had that much rain recently. I wonder what these are. I think these are marking where we can walk or something, but don't look like a path. Maybe they're marking where that tarn is. There's another one there. Once again, if you know, let me know in the comments.
I try and convince her, and then if she says no, that's not happening, then what?
Morning YouTube. Had a bit of an interesting sleep last night. It wasn't that bad and I feel rested now, but I sort of, it was a little bit chilly. But I got up at 10 and it was beautiful and sunny, and now it's raining out there. We've heard some loud thunder and stuff, so it looks like it's a bit of a storm day today. I did want to go fishing. It's my last chance to go and do a bit of fishing to get that brown trout I've wanted so bad, but it looks like it might not be happening. So right now I'll show you what I'm up to. I'm just going to have a chill day at the camp, basically dry out my socks, dry out my boots, might have a little sleep, because you know I've got a lot coming in the next days. I'm going to be heading out to Ireland and buying a boat. As soon as it started to rain, I came over here and I put this little plastic bottle kind of under a drip. But to make sure it's guided, what you want to do is take a little bit of paracord here and you tie it to this eyelet and have it run into the bottle. I've done something different this time with my backpack system, and what I've done is I've packed different categories of stuff into different Tupperwares. So in this bigger one I've got all my vlogging gear and my battery packs, and then this one has my fishing gear in it. And then I have a third one inside the bag somewhere which has my food, at least my spices if I had any food, because I've not caught any fish. So I've got a kitchen. The third one's like my little kitchen. But it's worked really well. You can stack them on top of each other quite neatly in the bag. They fit together nice, and they're completely safe from being crushed, and they're also waterproof. And it seems to make things quite, you know, it's a good system. Try it out. The rain has stopped, finally. Whoa. Oh, mate. That's what happens when you take your eye off the ball for 1 second. Oh well, you know, I've got an extra protective layer on my foot now, so that's good. Let's carry on forward. So the rain stopped, but the mud is still very much active. So I was just out here doing a bit of fishing, catching nothing, when Ben and Daryl came and found me and told me that they found a dead sheep that looks fresh. So hopefully we're gonna go and cut some chunks of meat off that and make a nice mutton stew tonight. Let's go and see what's going on. So I fished every pool and run from here all the way up to the camp, and I didn't have a single bite. It's so strange. It looks perfect. It looks like, you know, when the grizzly bears are picking them salmon out of the rivers. It looks like one of those. But if they were there, they didn't like my little soft bait, little micro thing. I went for the one that looked like a shrimp. Thought that was my best chance. I think this sheep has taken a fall and it's fell on that side of its face.
Somebody was watching someone was chopped away.
Really? Is that the chemical sign?
That's the chemical sign.
Let's see what the chemical sign says.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on that side. That's a bit silly, isn't it?
It's a bit sideways. It's like you couldn't have really fucked it up more than putting a sign up.
So it says, warning, chemical spraying.
Chemical spraying in progress.
What the hell is that? Why would they do that?
Must be a good reason, bro.
Right, if anyone can shed some light on why they're chemically spraying, let me know in the comments. We're in Edale in a coniferous forest. All I can think is they're trying to take down these trees and plant native ones, but maybe it's wishful thinking. Right, let's go. Whew. Well, it's definitely tenderized. It's about a 10-minute walk with no dead sheep, about 20 minutes with a dead sheep. Last thing to do is get it across that little bit of the river and then over to the camp. I'm going to start skinning it. Whoa, it reached its final destination.
Do you reckon it's sure?
I reckon it's about, I rate this died just before we arrived. Start of the week. 4 or 5 days is my guess, based on the way it looks and the way it smells. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cut around its neck a collar and then cut around each one of its legs, and then I'm going to try and pry the fur away from its flesh and skin it, then peel it a bit more and skin it. Might take me a good while and it's about to go dark, so let's get started soon. Right, I had a little think by the campfire, and what I'd love to do is pretty much take everything home. So I'd start off by skinning it and keep that, and then I'd cut all the different pieces off, everything that's good, the heart, the liver, all the meat, and load it into itself to make like a bag that we could keep. But because I'm going to Ireland tomorrow, I'm just going to take some meat off it now and we're going to put that in a stew.
Some record.
Now you see how all this fur's just falling out like that? It's a very bad sign.
Wow, what's it mean?
It means it started to decompose.
Reminds me of Bear Grylls documentary. He finds a sheep dead.
Yeah, sheep in bag.
I think so, yeah. Does he eat that sheep?
Nah, he sleeps in it.
Did he not eat the meat? No.
It was rotten.
Oh.
So he slept in it instead. Yeah, his wife probably got up and left with the kids and, you know,
Hey.
decided he didn't want to live no more.
Yeah, he jumped.
Yeah,
Oh nah.
poor buddy.
What?
It's bad. Yeah. Really bad. Black inside, look at that.
Yeah, serious.
Seriously bad. Who would have thought? It looks so good. Right, no mutton tonight. Right, we're gonna have to chuck it in a bush where no one's gonna see it. Would you help me move it? Just want to get it in them bushes there. Right, so the sheep's no good. It's rotten in the inside, so we're just gonna dash it into the bushes, and that is the end of that. So no mutton, no crayfish, and no fish either. But we're still persevering with this stew, in that right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
What?
But yeah, it's coming along nice. So we've got some carrot. Have we got broccoli in there? What do we have so far?
We got carrot and potatoes.
Carrot, potatoes, some spices in there. I put some butter in. And we've got coconut milk, which is going to make it. Got some ginger getting cleaned up over here. And the fire's on its way. We've got a lot going on in this fire now. What mushrooms are they, Daryl?
Got king oyster,
King.
taki, and some other oyster mushroom as well.
Nice.
Right. you know, when you're walking around, you are pretty much smoking. Oh yeah, it's the pollution levels there are terrible. In the cities, yeah. But it's so bad that this guy, he ran a business, he had a whole apartment for his offices, and he decided to put a plant, like a big ass plant in every room, and the people there started like living longer, their breathing problems went away, like everything.
That rice is looking good. The stew's done. There it is. There's the stew. Looking good. It smells amazing. How is it, bro?
Yo, I got to say, bro, teamwork really made the dream work, innit?
Did it? Yeah. Good.
Nah, they say like too many cooks spoil the broth, but this time that wasn't the case.
Mmm. Wow. That's really good. It's the final day now, day 4. It was cold last night and I did not want to get out of the sleeping bag today. But we did do, and it's kind of rainy and miserable. We just packed down the whole camp pretty much except for this. This is going to be the last to go. We've got an hour and a half before we get picked up. And here's the chair. It started as just a frame. Then I added the netting on the bottom. Cross hatched it, started with the white one, then put the green on. And then finally zip tied a cover from that chair onto this chair, and we had a fixed chair. It's been fun. I'll tell you, if I was going back to the shack, I'd definitely take it home. Come on! Come on, Billy, you got it! You got this, Billy! Oh, she give up. She gives up. Come on, Baloo, you're nearly there. No, don't turn back. Struggles of a teenage bulldog. God, Baloo, you've done it. Come on, girl. Oh, she got a little, she fell in it. Oh, bless you. Go girl, Baloo. Go girl. Go girl. Ah.